Justin LaBar in Wrestling Reality, right now on Trib Live Radio.
So WWE was in town. According to one bouncer at a nearby bar, SummerSlam was at the Console Energy Center this past Saturday. Juice and I were we went to we went over to one of the fine establishments right near the arena to grab a bite and a soda prior to having to go over to the arena. And as we were leaving said establishment and walking over to the back entrance of the arena, we walk out and there's like a couple there's like a bouncer, and then maybe I don't know if the other guy was a bouncer, or if he was like a cook or some part of the staff, and the one guy says to the bouncer, he's like, "Man, they got SummerSlam over at the arena tonight," and I just lost it. I mean, it was just funny, just out of nowhere. It was like, because he was just sitting there, he's looking out the window, watching people starting to float around the arena area. Man, they got SummerSlam, and obviously it was a SummerSlam Heatwave tour. If you're a wrestling fan, if you're there, it's funny because it's just whatever it is. If you were watching, you should. I'm waving everybody out in video land. If you're watching the live webcam video stream, as always here, sportstalk.triblive.com. You can also download the Trib Live Radio app. That's probably the most convenient thing. You see the video here? I am wearing my official, and it don't get no more official than this, the official Primetime Players t-shirt. This was as worn by Titus O'Neil on Saturday. It still has the official Primetime sweat, so this is as official of being an honorary PTP member and black as I am ever going to get. And by the way, tell me this, and Titus, if you're listening, call in and explain this. This man is 6'6". 6'6". He's 5 inches taller than me. He weighs 285 pounds, has more muscle than I'll ever be able to think about. And how is his tall black ass wearing a large? This thing is a large. Don't know. But thanks for the shirt. I was going to go up. Thanks for the shirt. Apparently Titus was handing out t-shirts. He gave one to me and he gave one to Big Show. Juice, explain to me this. So Juice and I are sitting right there ringside. I mean, we can reach out. The sweat's there, the blood's there. You can touch everybody. And obviously, if you've never seen Big Show up that close, you got to find a way. Whether you do it at a show, whether you go to a meet and greet, whether you chase him down into a Cracker Barrel, you got to see Big Show up close and personal. And he's phenomenal. How big he is. But I'm sitting there looking at him, and we're having a good time. And I'm sitting there looking, I'm like, wait a minute, something looks off. Because you see these wrestlers so often. As a true fan, you know whether they changed the hair, whether they got a new tattoo, something stands out immediately. And it didn't take much more than about 15 seconds. Scratched my head, and I took one sip of beer, and I went, Jesus, he's wearing a T-shirt underneath. He was wearing his normal big ass singlet, but he had a T-shirt on under it. For what? For what reason?
That's the Heatwave tour.
So wouldn't he want to? Isn't that going to make him hotter?
It didn't make sense. The bigger guys wear shirts in the pool. Maybe he just didn't feel comfortable in Pittsburgh.
Well, who's going to say something to him? Who's going to walk up to him and go, "Man, you really you're getting flabby.
You're packing on.
You're packing on."
I don't know.
Wait,
I thought it was weird.
He was on the show last night, right? Raw.
Yes.
He wasn't wearing a T-shirt, was he?
I don't think so. You have to rewatch it.
No, you would have noticed if you were watching.
Yeah, I know. Yeah,
you would have noticed.
Yeah, I would have said something.
Why was he wearing a T-shirt? I think actually I might have took a picture of it. I might have to tweet it. I don't know if I took a picture. Another thing I took a picture of, I didn't get to take a picture of in the moment because I was participating in the moment, but I think I took a picture somewhere in his match. It was the most epic pose down since Scott Steiner and Triple H leading up to Royal Rumble. Luke Harper called me out, and I stood up, and I flexed the biceps. And I gave him a little visual of reality. He let his guard down. Wasn't watching Chris Jericho. He was too busy too busy calling me out. So I stood up and I gave him a little taste of the gun show. He gave me an attempt back, but ain't got nothing on me. Needless to say, he did not win against Chris Jericho because he was too focused on trying to win a different competition. That being with yours truly.